Summertime in Hollywood, USA. Adjust this camera real quick. Oh. I tell you what, one of the most beautiful things about Los Angeles that I love is this summertime weather. Because it's lightweight like this all year round. You'll be hard-pressed to find a bunch of humidity. You'll be hard-pressed to find anything other than blue skies. I love it. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in Los Angeles in the summertime. I'm not going to discuss it all. I'm going to discuss some of the things that stand out to me personally. Had some folks ask me from some years back to do something. We going to the, remember the old school drive-in? Remember the drive-in theater? I'm like, yeah, I remember the drive-in. Okay, we're going to go to something that's like the drive-in. You always got to be careful anytime somebody say it's like something. It's like that. So, you know, I'm thinking, okay, when they say it's like the drive-in, you know, they talk about taking snacks and they got some beer. I don't drink, but, you know, they talk about taking some beverages and some food, some chips. We're going to sit out and watch some movies. I'm like, that's dope. Now, I'm one of those types of people that I like to go places by myself. I want to drive. That way, if you ready to go and I ain't ready to go, we good. If I'm ready to go and you ain't ready to go, we good. So I always like to ask for the directions. How you just tell me how to get there. I'm good. I'll meet y'all there. What time you going? They give me the directions. Now, as I'm coming down the street, I'm seeing a line of people. But the line of people, as I'm getting close to the address, this line of people is coming from the damn cemetery. Now, in my mind, you know, yeah, I ain't known these folks for that long. I'm happy they thought of me to invite me to they little barbecue, cookout, picnic, whatever we calling it. But you out your goddamn mind. If you think I'm finna sit and watch some movies at the cemetery, whose idea was this? It's hard to even say whose idea was this, because when I say the line was long, oh, that line was long. And as I'm surveying the line, I ain't seeing a bunch of black folks in this line. And that's, to me, that's one of the reasons why we don't really have problems with ghosts. Because you got to be on, so your cojones have got to be so big for you to feel like you just gonna kick it on somebody that you don't even, I don't care if you know them or not. You finna just kick it on somebody's grave. Eating chips and Funyuns, churros, dropping crumbs and you don't do that on nobody's grave. I called him on the phone. I said, hey, hold on, where's this thing at? They talk about, I think you just rode past us. Y'all at the cemetery? Y'all trying to go see this at the cemetery? You know what? Hit me when y'all, you know what? Don't even hit me, matter of fact. I feel like we don't have the same shit in common. We shared a couple good laughs, but y'all on some other shit. You tried to get me, now imagine if I'd have told these folks to come pick me up. See, here's the thing. With me, I'm not really a scary kind of dude. I don't really get scared. I am, however, cautious as hell. See, it's a difference. There's a difference between being scary, and being, hold up. That's different. I'm hold up, dude. Hold up. I'm always looking, paying attention. Hollywood, California offers a lot of things that you may not have ever heard of before. I come from Youngstown, Ohio. Shout out to the yo. Spent my early days in Youngstown. Nobody ever told me, nope. When I went to Columbus and made my bones, put that work in Columbus. Now, one time, did anybody ever invite me to the cemetery? Nope. To see no movie? Nope. Maybe it was shit like that going on. They just knew me. I wasn't doing that shit. But the people that I grew up with, I had some crazy folks that was doing some wild shit. But for the most part, I didn't understand it. I like to have a diversified group of people that I kick it with. That's how you learn. I I ain't finna go to the damn cemetery and watch no movies with y'all, though. I don't give a fuck what's happening. Nope. What's happening in LA in the summer? Festivals, carnivals. Now, I love a good festival, a fair, a carnival, whatever you're calling it. There's a difference, but we can keep it in the general, you get it. I miss the Canfield Fair. I do. I grew up, every summer, we was at that Canfield Fair, late August, early September. And we would always meet by this thing called the Big Rock by the grandstand. And that was like the cool hangout spot. Some of my fondest memories happened at that damn Canfield Fair. So as you get older, you want to look for things that kind of remind you of shit from when you was a kid that was fun, them good times. And frequently, out here, I hit the Orange County Fair. I like it. I like it a lot. I went to the LA County Fair last year. It was cool. I felt like the damn parking lot was bigger than the fair. The Orange County Fair is legit. It's legit. One of my favorite things to do the only thing I'm really gonna do at any fair is eat. Cause I ain't getting on none of them damn rides. You out your damn mind. Who? No, I don't know where y'all got this shit from. I don't know if it's regulated. I don't know who checking this. No, I'm not riding none of this shit. Listen, I used to work at Cedar Point. The Cedar Point is the roller coaster capital of the world. Of the world, Craig. So when I see like a little festival, I ain't getting on none of that shit. I ain't really trying to get in that. I get in arguments about this regularly with people out here on the West Coast. They try to tell me, oh dude, Six Flags ain't shit. Six Flags couldn't fuck with Cedar Point's Kitty Land. Yeah, I said it. Six Flags is bunk stiggity. It's whack. Come on, let's be honest. Well, if you ain't never been nowhere, that might be the shit to you. Look up Cedar Point. Look up Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. Look that shit up. Anytime you're watching the Discovery Channel and they got the Swedish people in town and we're roller coaster. Those folks they're always at Cedar Point. I used to work there, I know. I ain't never met a group of people that fly in from other parts of the world to go to an amusement park. Cedar Point is that spot. Cedar Point, this is back in the day I'm talking even too. So I'm sure it's huge now. Cedar Point was so big that they had like 3 hotels on the property. You couldn't hit Cedar Point all in one day. Especially if you had some kids with you. Nope. Cedar Point had a whole part of the park that was just a water park. Most places you go, they got the water park a mile away from the amusement park. Cedar Point had its own water park. This place was huge. And I got a chance to be the king of Cedar Point for one summer. Yeah, I said it. I was the king of that shit. Anywhere I generally go, I try to be the king of that shit. What does that mean? That means I want everybody to know who I am when I was there. I want everybody to know my name. That was just my personality, who I was. I could talk to anybody about anything. Y'all know it. That's just who I've been. So anytime I go into situations where I'm working, before I leave this shit, before my time here is done, you gonna know my name. So when I was in Cedar Point, that shit was amazing to me. It's amazing. You come here, I fuck with the Orange County Fair every year to eat. They got some animals. I might look over a little fence at the animals. I'll even go into the area that's like the gymnasium area where they got all the little products and shit. I'll go in there, see some shit that was on the TV. Oh, I remember seeing that infomercial. Oh shit, that's the one thing. Okay, should we get one? I'm with it. I ain't riding none of that shit though. I ain't even gonna put the Berlin back, the sack on and slide down the slide. Nope, somebody had to put that shit together. Nope. But one of my favorite things, the only thing that I do is eat out there. I gotta get something to eat. And there's certain things that I wish I could eat in public. Certain things that I just will not bring myself to. I can't bring myself to eat this in front of a bunch of people I don't know. That big ass giant turkey leg. I I would kill that. I would fuck that turkey leg up. I'm not finna walk around all these white folks eating no giant piece of chicken. No. Now, if I take somebody with me and she hold it, shorty will hold it. My shorty will hold it. She'll rock with me. But me personally, I ain't even gonna hold it to take a bite. You hold it, I bite it. I know. You ain't never gonna see me purchasing nor eating watermelon. It sucks. I don't really like watermelon like that, but I think one of the reasons I don't like watermelon like that is just because I don't want to be me in my head thinking about shit that probably don't even matter, but it do. It matter to me. I like to get the big brick of fries. I don't ever finish it. See, here's the key. When you go to the festival, the fair, the carnival, if you want to get a chance to really taste some savory dishes and really get a chance to get some gratification off of all the cool spots, don't try to eat all of everything. You can't. You just can't. The folks gave me, the fries that come look like a brick. That's got to be like 5 pounds of potatoes. I ain't finna eat all this shit. I only wanted a couple fries. But since y'all giving them away for cheap, give me the whole brick. Now I just pick something off of it. The bacon wrap this. Fried Oreos, frog legs. I want to eat all of it. My shorty, she won't try them frog legs. Frog legs, cool. It ain't something I'm finna eat every day. But at the fair, that's right. I eat some frog legs at the fair, but I ain't getting on none of them rides. I ain't riding none of that shit. Just me. There's certain things that it sucks sometimes. I find myself just because I don't want to look a certain way, I might be missing out on shit. Or I do extra shit just because I don't want to fall into no stereotype. Like I find myself sometimes when I go out, often, over tipping. You know why? Y'all hear all the stereotypes like I hear the shit. So I don't ever want to fall into any specific category. You know? I always want to look better than, and sometimes that shit sucks. I remember I went to Orange County a few summers back. There's a lot of summers back, matter of fact. And on the 4th of July in Orange County, they shut down the beach area. So there's no traffic, there's no cars. Everybody is out on the streets, riding their bikes, on the skateboard, just walking up and down the street. Every house around the beach area is having some type of little party, right? I went out there. I used to go out there often. The last time I went with a dude that I used to kick it with a lot. He was my best friend at the time. You know how that shit go. And I remember it was his first time coming. Now, you know, generally, you want to hang out with people that you don't have to give a foreword to. You don't want to have to be nobody's parents and while you in the car, like, listen, now when we get to this shit, you don't want to have to do that with nobody. You want everybody that you fucking with to be on the same page. And I thought he was. So we get out to Orange County and we out there from like noon till. Now, me not drinking, I'm not recognizing until this moment that people who do drink, that's meal replacement. Long as they keep on chugging alcohol, they ain't hungry. So now we out there, it's like 5 o'clock. And we ain't ate shit. And I'm starving. And not only is old buddy not hungry, he's a little drunk. So that just puts me in a space of knowing like, okay, this is going to be a long ride back to Hollywood from out here. I want to get something to eat. But again, you ain't no drive. My car is at somebody's house. Who knows on what block? I ain't familiar with the area like that. I don't know these people like that. So every house we go in, I'm looking for food. Ain't no food, just alcohol. So I'm like at that point where I'm like, man, I'm about ready to get out of here. We supposed to be here all night. I ain't even seen no fireworks yet, but I'm hungry. My buddy calls, JR. He hits me. Yo, Buck, what you doing? I said, hey, man, we out here in Orange County. You know, out here on the beach, walking around. He like, well, look, On your way back, stop by the crib. I'm in Seal Beach. Stop by the crib. We barbecue. Oh, shit, you barbecue. Now my ears perked up. So, you know me, well, how long y'all gonna be there? Who all over there? You gotta ask them kind of questions, you know, because you don't want to get to straight up, look, I'm coming to eat. So he like, yo, we here. Come through. Now, y'all hear me doing a podcast in here while y'all blowing that loud-ass horn. Now, I feel like y'all fucking with me. See, like, hit the siren, let it go while you playing with it. Anyway, so I'm like, all right, we might just come through there now. So I look at Dave, I'm like, yo, let's go get something to eat. My boy JR lived down the street. Let's go grab something to eat. He like, all right, he don't care, he faded. We get to JR's crib, and it's mad cars outside. Now, JR at this time is living with his mom and his brother Adam. I know his mom's, I'm cool with his brother, but all these other folks, I don't really know. We go in the house. I introduce Dave to JR and his family. Now, JR's family is big in the dance community. They throw a lot of dance conventions. Dave was, you know, big-time choreographer. Did a lot of films and et cetera, et cetera. I get in there, dapping everybody up, what's going on, introducing myself to the people I don't know, you know, doing all the formalities before I get to the food. So as we stand in the living room talking, chopping it up with everybody, I don't see no food. So I immediately know food must be in the kitchen. Now, at the same time, I ain't seen Dave in like 5, 7, 10 minutes. So my mom like, where's Cat at? I know he ain't finna, he ain't just gonna start eating without me. I'm waiting on him. He ain't just gonna start eating without me. Then I start thinking, I know this dude ain't in these folks' house taking no shit. In my mind, just all in all, where the fuck did he go? So I I decide to go off and look for him a little bit. Now, I ain't finna go probing through these people's house, but I want to know where this nigga went so we can get something to eat. You know what I mean? You don't want to just run in, run out. You don't want to just run in, grab something. So we already been there long enough that we can grab a plate. Where this nigga at? So as I come down this little hallway, I'm hitting him with the Dave, Dave. Doing all that. He ain't saying shit. I come around another little doorway, hallway, Dave, Dave. Yo, famo, Dave. Now, JR's family, they got a nice little spread. So they got some, they got some square footage, if you would. Now, I ain't trying to probe all through these folks' shit, so I'm just kind of at the tippy top of a hallway. I'm saying enough that anybody that's down there can hear me. But I ain't finna go all the way down no dark-ass hallway. Nah, I ain't at the cemetery watching movies. I ain't finna probe through your house. Finally, I come around this little area, and it's the kitchen. It's like a back way to the kitchen. And I kind of peek my head in, and I still don't, I don't see nobody. Then I see there's like a little nook, if you would, like a little nook. And in that little nook, as I look down, I can see somebody's foot kind of poking out. And as I look, I see that's Dave. Okay, that's Dave's shoe. Now, immediately, I'm like, I know he ain't over there eating without me. Right? What could he be doing in this little nook? What is he doing over here? So as I walk in the kitchen, peek my head around this little nook, excuse me, I see Dave with a plate of watermelon, just mowing on this watermelon. He's chilling. He got a salt shaker in one hand, and he holding a plate with the other, and he just, now, in my mind, I'm immediately hot. Because like I said before, there's just certain shit that I will not do. You just don't do. You just don't do it. Now, I don't know if Dave is on some I don't give a fuck shit, or if he's not maybe privy to the stereotypes that surround us. But for whatever reason, it don't matter in this moment. So I'm looking at this dude, and I'm like, are you? And before I could say anything, I hear JR's mom behind me say, got you some more. And as I turn around, JR's mama got one of them silver platters with watermelon just heaped up on top of this platter. I looked back at Dave, and I kind of had a smirk on my face, like, you're joking me. This is some kind of weird little fucking joke. Gotta be, because I know for a fact you did not ask this man's mama to go and get you some more fucking water. I know for a fact you didn't ask her to go get you no more watermelon. Tell me you didn't. Now, I'm not even going to ask you that because I know that. I just know factually, right? She puts the tray down in front of him. I turn around. I look at her. I kiss her on the cheek. Mwah. I head towards the living room. JR, Adam, I'll holler at you in a minute. I'm on my way out to the car. I'm about to leave Dave's ass here. I'm about to leave Dave's ass right out here in Orange County. I don't give a fuck. What the fuck are you doing, dog? So as I'm walking out to the car, I'm hustling because I'm really adamant. I'm leaving this motherfucker. And you know how how somebody's pants is falling down, so they kind of shuffling their feet. As I look over my shoulder, that motherfucker shuffling behind me out to the car. He got the one piece of fucking watermelon that he was already eating. This shit is ate down to the rind so much, it looked like a piece of loose leaf notebook paper. And in the other hand, he got a whole nother plate with about 5 pieces of watermelon heaped up on this plate. So now in my mind, I'm like, did you just come shuffling out of these people's house past all them people? What? I got in the car. I started the car. And I was about to pull off, but he grabbed the door handle. I was trying to leave him. He get in the car and he hits me with the what? What's wrong? What's wrong? And he's really looking at me like, what's wrong? Like he don't get it. He has no idea why I just left him. So I'm like, bro, are you serious? And he's like, what? I don't know what's happening. What's happening? What's wrong? Now, he's fucked up a little bit, so that's annoying as shit already. Because he's slurring. I'm just, what? Like, you don't like watermelon? Just the dumb shit. He talking the dumb shit now. So I'm like, hey, man. Why would you go in them folks' house? You don't even know these motherfuckers. Why would you go in their house and be all in the kitchen, just hunched over, eating watermelon like that? Why would you be doing? If you like watermelon like that, if you wanted some watermelon, I could have got you 5 whole watermelons on the way home. I could have got you one to eat in the car. Then I could have got you one for 4 days out of whatever the fuck the number is. I could have got you some watermelon. You don't go up in these folks' house. Eat no watermelon, dog. What you doing? He couldn't get it. He couldn't understand it. That's why I said that was the first and last time that I'd ever taken him to Orange County with me for something like that. Now, here's the thing. What was wrong with it? Was there something wrong with it? Am I tripping? I felt a certain way because I know what stereotypes look like. And I've done everything in my power not to fall into some weird statistic stereotype. Just who I've been, how I was raised. Call me a victim of my circumstances. Say I care too much. That's part of being afraid to just be you. I suffer from it too. I used to hang out with people that used to do the weirdest shit instead of just being themselves. I knew a dude that whenever girls would come around, he was suddenly bow-legged. Like, dog, why are you walking like a tall midget? What are you doing? Why are you walking? And then the worst part is when you call somebody out on something, they try to act like they don't know what you talk about. So I'm like, why are you walking like that all of a sudden? What you mean? I'm out here chilling. You ain't chilling, dog. You walking bow-legged because there's women around. Stop fronting. Everybody got a hard time being themselves. I knew a girl, didn't know her personally, but every time we saw her, we called her Crumple Nose. Crumple Nose. Because whenever she was around dudes or whatever, we was just out, she would always do this thing like this with her nose, where you just push your nose in real far, like the Michael Jackson thing. She was just... And I'd be looking like, do you not know that we can tell that you're doing that? Like, we can all do this. Why are you doing this? What is it about your nose that you're not satisfied with, you're not happy with, that you feel like you smushing your nose in like this is not going to make anybody know that you smushing your nose? Why are you doing that? You didn't look at yourself in the mirror before you wanted to try this in public? We all have problems being ourselves. And let's be honest, if it take you a whole pack of wipes to get makeup off your face, that's too much fucking makeup. Listen, I get it. I know. Social media's got everybody fucked up in the game. You could post a picture of an ice cream cone, and that shit can go viral. You post a picture of yourself, and that shit get 43 likes. You be ready to delete that shit. It's tough just being you. I get it. We all suffer from it. Like, summertime is here, people at the pool. If holding your gut in was an exercise, we'd all be in shape. I knew a dude that was a bigger cat. You know? Bigger dude. We would get in public, and he would be trying to flex the fat. I'm looking at him like, brother, you look crazy out here. He like, what you talking about? What? I'm just out here living. No, dog. You're flexing shit, and it ain't put together in a certain way. Now your shoulder blades is roosted out your back like you trying to grow some wings. Why you doing that? Some of these women might like a bigger dude. Just be regular. Be yourself. I'm talking that shit, but I ain't gonna eat no watermelon or no big ass turkey leg in front of no, like, so it's we all. It's me too. It's crazy because what do? And it's not just like out of doors. You know, you go to the club, you see dudes walking around the club with sunglasses on in the club. Nigga, be yourself, dog. Take them glasses off. You trying to be cooler than you are. Why all the black? It's like certain things you just don't see a bunch of white dudes doing. Next time the NBA come around and you see people on the courtside seats, most black people that's courtside, it's got some sunglasses on, except for like Jay-Z or something like that. You don't see a bunch of white cats sitting around. Jack Nicholson don't count. You don't see a bunch of white cats courtside sitting around with their sunglasses on. I used to have to tell dudes this at the club back in the day. Like, bruh, why you got that Bluetooth headset in your ear? You getting calls like that in the club? You know you can't hear what nobody's saying in here. It's loud as hell, dog. If somebody calling you while you in the club, send that shit to voicemail and text them, I hit you back. You look like a fucking idiot, dummy. Asshole. Like, take the sunglasses and the Bluetooth headset out your ear, my G. Be comfortable with you. It's tough just being yourself. I struggle from it. Doing things that might be out of my character just so people don't look at me like. Nobody want to be considered ghetto. Nobody want to be considered typical unless you trying to make money off that shit online. You want to be ghetto dude so you can get some likes, try to go viral. Okay. But if you're not trying to be that person, that means all the stereotypes that have been floating around for years and years and decades about your race, you don't want to fit into that. So I'm giving somebody extra bread as a tip, even though they might not deserve it. That way, they can go back and go, wow, that black guy's a good tipper. They probably ain't even thinking about that shit. I am. So as I sit here and talk about everybody else fronting and stunting, in lip injections, ass injections, I suffer from the same shit, just different. Like, us as men, we stuck like Chuck. We look like what we look like. Unless you want to be like motherfucking Axl Rose or some shit and just fuck your shit all up. But most of the time, dudes, this is what we look like. We get a fucking pimple, we just got a motherfucking pimple. I saw a dude a couple weeks ago. I used to see this cat at the club all the time, but only nighttime at the club. I would only see him at the club. So one day I'm coming down my street and I see him kind of standing out in front of my building. I'm like, well, hey, what's up, buddy? What you doing here? He's like, oh, I'm getting ready to take this little girl out. Got a date. Get ready to take her out. We meeting up over here. So I'm like, okay, word. That's cool. Got a little date. That's cool. Then it was like, as I'm looking at him, I'm like, this nigga got makeup on? This nigga got makeup on? I'm not talking about like some little zit cream or no. This dude had this nigga had his face on. Now, Don't get me wrong. If that's your lifestyle, more power to you. If you on Facebook and Instagram and you some dude and you putting on blush and shit and you doing makeup tutorials, yo, more power to you, brother. Do your thing. I ain't talking about that, though. I'm talking about this dude was getting ready to go out with some chick, and I don't know if he knew that you could see that you wearing makeup, my G. So I asked him, my G, are you wearing makeup? And you know when you get somebody because they act like they didn't hear you. You say, huh? So as soon as he said, huh, I knew that he's stalling. He heard me. So I asked him again. I ain't finna bail him out. I asked his ass again. I said, are you wearing makeup? He gonna smack my hand. All right, dude, I'm gonna get out of here. You crazy. And in my mind, I could have rode him. But look, why? Why would I do that? I probably shouldn't even ask him, but I needed to fucking know. Niggas, you wearing makeup? Did I miss some shit? Is this a new trend? Niggas out here wearing makeup? Like makeup? I ain't talking about no mascara like he was in the band. No. I'm talking about this nigga had foundation and blush and just being yourself. Toughest thing in the world is being yourself. That shit sounds a lot easier than it actually is. We all know that. But we always gonna have a problem with ourselves. We always gonna have things that we're trying to accomplish, trying to get to this, trying to get to that. It's just what it is. That's part of growing. I don't have all the answers, Sway. I know I love doing this, and I love where I'm at, and I love my life, and I'm so blessed. But I still got that shit that I will not do. I don't give a fuck.